I'm Jill and welcome back to my channel. This week we're doing something a little different. I've been needing to do some serious organizing in this place for months, and now that my Christmas decorations are all packed up and gone away, this seems like the perfect time to try and tackle this. This is going to be a multi-part series. In this first video, I'm going to tackle the dining nook shelving and the hallway shelving. You've seen both of those spaces get makeovers, but it's time to really finish them off and make them as practical as they are beautiful. Starting in the dining room. As you can see, this is a space I use for all kinds of different storage, and it is currently in a bit of a mess and really needs to be pared down. Starting with my plant pot shelf. On this shelf I have mostly paint, but also some other DIY items. This one is really a catch-all for all kinds of decor and stuff I didn't know where to put. The shelf holds a lot of tools and also some kitchen stuff. So I'm starting with organizing the paint. I got this crate from Michaels, I believe, but I know they sell them at a lot of hardware stores as well. I've seen them definitely at Home Depot and Canadian Tire. And I thought that something a little more heavy duty would be better to hold something as heavy as paint, even though most of these are at least half empty. Even though I think the colors are different enough that it wouldn't be that hard for me to tell which color is for which room, I think it's always better to be safe than sorry, and so I'm labeling all of them for exactly what purpose they had. Some of them are in multiple rooms. I have two different paints that are the same color in the hallway, but two different finishes, so I wanted to make sure those were clearly labeled. I already know that some of these paints are so old that I'm definitely going to have to throw them out, but until I have a chance to actually go through them and get rid of them in the appropriate way, I'm just gonna leave them in here. I was hoping I would have space for this really, really handy painting bucket that I have. I have another one that's just for holding it while you cut in, but this one has both a magnet to hold your brush when you're cutting in and a place for you to use your roller when you only need a small roller and not a full-size one. It is so handy. Now I'm organizing my plant accessories. Kind of seems silly to have a whole box for this, but especially the little plastic liners that I put under my pots so that they don't leak. They get everywhere. They're always in my way, so I'm really happy to have them tucked out of the way. I'm also temporarily labeling these containers with tape until I have everything sorted and I can actually use a label maker. Now it's time to sort through the outrageous number of plant pots that I have, because it's just too many. So I'm going to get rid of a few that I know I'm just not going to use anymore. This is actually one of my first DIYs I've ever done. These are a few pots that I am actually going to keep. This container is just going to be for painting supplies. So that includes rollers, paint brushes, paint sponges, and tape. This box is going to be just for wall accessories. So that includes all my tools for putting up wallpaper, as well as all my wall hanging stuff. Again, these are a lot of things that really end up all over the place, making a mess. So I just wanted to have one space for everything to do with walls. Next, I have another container that's just for my sandpaper. Again, something that makes a mess, takes up space, and better to have just in one container together. Now I'm going to start figuring out how to get all of this back together. My pots are really something I'm not reaching for on a daily basis, so I think it's best to keep them up out of the way. And there's even a little extra space to put my little handheld paint buckets. On this shelf, there is quite a lot of decor, which actually will be getting cleared out of here once I'm moving on to my second organization video, because I'm going to be ordering shelves from IKEA for my bedroom. Right now I do have some shelving in there, but they are absolutely filled to the brim with mostly just my crochet business stuff. Yarn takes up a lot of space, packaging takes up a lot of space, finished products take up a lot of space. So I'm going to be getting additional shelves in there so that I can really organize one shelf for my crochet business and one shelf for all of my recording equipment, my tools, and whatever decor I have purchased for future projects. Again, a lot of tools on this shelf. I'm hoping once I can get a little bit better organization, I can move that into the bedroom space as well. But for now, this is working perfectly. This is a box of vintage and antique hardware that I was gifted by my friend. I love all of it. Again, right now, I don't have any purpose for these things, but someday when I own a house, I will be cleaning these up and using as many as possible. So I'm really excited to use those in a future project. Might just be me, but I think this looks so much better than the before shots. Now we're moving on to the hallway shelving. This has really been much more of a catch-all because it is in such a central location, so things just get shoved here all the time. I have done several things in the past to try and make this space more organized. I have the small boxes on the top shelf and the baskets on the bottom shelf that I use, one for all my towels and one for all of my bedding. So I know that baskets and boxes are absolutely vital to me getting this space organized. First, I'm just putting all of my miscellaneous items. Most of them are medical, but just take up too much space to be putting in my first aid box. This is my first aid box. I already have this totally organized, so I'm just showing you a couple of things that are in there. This is so handy to have, and I always know exactly where to look for things. This one used to have different things in it, but I'm repurposing it for holding all of my cleaning tools. These are all heads that attach to my electric cleaning wand, as well as some other scrubbing brushes and Tide to Go. Then I'm using this bigger container to hold all of my really cleaning materials. Now, this is my favorite new tool. I looked at a couple of different places for label makers. It just so happened that Staples had them for like 50% off, so always do your research and look around because you just never know what you're gonna find. This was exactly what I was looking for. Just prints right out in seconds. So it was time to get to labeling and putting everything back together. This battery organizer is such a hack. 10 out of 10, definitely recommend getting yourself one. I also got all of these containers and baskets from HomeSense. I think these shelves turned out even better than the kitchen ones. I hope at least some of you got some inspiration from this video. I love watching organization videos myself because I just find them so satisfying. At the beginning of this new year, I think it's the perfect time to try and catch up on all the videos that I've made so far. I'll leave a playlist in the link down below. Thanks so much again for watching. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, consider liking and subscribing.